Fi Chelsea akate edi eba me commanded na makodin koma kakra ene nano dana bancha the team Jude Bellingham ekoye ni surgery nana mad the phone report to say 3 to 4 months asana Abrantano, Babak, na 2 months of Abrantano recover against Olympic de Marseille. Report Hamete, and they say, Bibiakoya Jude Bellingham, a bit me, Sakaya, the Amandit, a Bobo Kwanani, and he just manded, and so as him in Fantuta, and from not Madi the Hona, Mequatia, I say, Madi the 4, actual letter be Adia Coma FIFA, and now letter no more Tradia Coma FIFA, no, one must say statistics, and my comprehensive one pa, and a Chazakabra. Compale me de kwakoma FIFA na kwabna compale se de mehema yese basa na form huye pa na mad de for chase ade no maye no since van ne chance eye aduma ego league no no wo mu see diseases bi wo ho a akodi atia mad de bako red cards bako penalties bako fouls bako say okeka ni na de se ani a anka point anka bia mad game anka so mo we ne nam sa diseases nti na bia mad de lusu enchano na tase wo ma compare niema statistically na tase wo de koma UEFA say UEFA hwem na fence wo mo team e favor mo team be na favor mo se baso na boboko no ene ya jamad le for enso ye na ano na wo call league ni ma president ana say chairman o wo twela ni Ghana no aye Javier Tebes ana Javier Tebes say Martin say hwan na ede sa statistics ni ko na say referees edi matches na tase tioma na ko bi bekasa mad na bekasa asem na wo so on the kasa Samanded also omedi referees won subo ekwa koma FIFA one year wa edi wo he baby a ade ne meko akodi nemom no sanka manded afa clubs ni nyina ewo league nim na omedi esa comparison na ankanya bias but Samanded ebeyi baso na nkwa na omedi o ma compare referees decisions there one year o say bias ade ma baso na boboko na manded enso de ti omo we no o tese na la liga yi a tese competition obu boy kwabana sa ko base se team bi etimi so no yes ade na am say league no ogu league na nima say league no person damage league no and the demand the four no mu hwe pa na Xavier Tebes we no aka ade ba kom what be di kwabra penalties a ye gidi ma team media Madrid TV for no am say successes no ma anye sanka say Madrid for ni ya ka be hu team a say eba the penalties a akọ ade ama mo na ade a yadi de tie team a anka be hu team a yadi dodo ade ama mo ye pa eno Xavier Tebes nkoma kakra wo payin di tuja ana na no pay me kachire edi ama e wo dwumadie so enti afe ana YouTube no de makaka eya yinti ya samba back e wo YouTube nti no wutie e wo radio so na wo pe live feed ni bi so a uko YouTube Nhyira TV wo benya bia hwe na fe multi TV di code no so anom anso ye Nhyira TV na fe wanya so ni bi ahwe na Tottenham Hotspurs o new head coach e panya ni de Thomas Frank na Thomas Frank si yanka e mo bi anta say UEFA Champions League no Tottenham Hotspur on person moche enti on be ya duma bia de so mo ye atese so mutimi no eni on be ya na fe so matimi ate eni ye reporter eba e wo duma de so na Arsenal for the confirmation e de aba head coach ye Mikel Arteta wo report say Arsenal players in fact wo mu normal paper atese mo game on be body na some players ni nyina no entimi so kan from Arsenal boboko no Martin Odegaard Ben White and Afe Kai Havertz Hebre Jesus na Afe Bukayo Saka some players ni nyina na de so metimesi kan dia mantit empato Arsenal boboko no and so nkoma kakra ne Fabio Control former Madrid player or a legend at the Madrid for na abantena kasa wo say de ba ko ya say Zabi Alonso impo Tom Zabi player no wo say na o act as a coach esanse park no so born na tesa abantena bono we him say djuma de dancha ko ba bia no na obey the don name Waba head coach Edema Madrid o jide say adwuma na Zabi eba be Madrid ebetimi akwana nim ye pa no Fabio Control there Jobeka say Madrid the team na ekom no when say team na say UEFA Champions League eba na title bia Madrid betimi e decide team no e de agi title bia o mo penti ene yankobeka kwan so pay no e de tudwa e adwuma de so na no pay no make check akadia man na AC Milan wo mo ni Bologna ebo game ama mo di penalty wo abra na nka say eko edema AC Milan boboko na branch the dean adim Christopher Nkuku ana tese wo mo so foul na sa penalty de ba Nkuku ache board ya head motuam wo kwa kobobo na yesi foul room ho ana mo frɛ referee so omna me ha de na foul room no rafia no foul room e opanya ni din de February ana afa rafia kasa na on handle game no e opanya ni din de masa naro na reporter mensaka say yesi La Liga mpemfo no mo kwa kotena se no ma yehwehwem na sa decision no mu take here no wo mu fi say wrong ana tese foul room ho ana fe center referee nya na se kwabra mo so mu ko hem na se bo mo dia ana 2 matches ban ana tese suspension na wo mo de be ma side office no ana yen kobeka kwa so etota e wo dwumade so anopay yasim medical report na ba eno da obeka me ka to se PG force wo mu nya medical report pe wo mu players no me pra no ansa no metimi aka bibi o metimi aka anopay wo mu cha se wo mu players no de che ne Osman Dembele pra no wanya pra dada du say dui we pra ento mu guso a kwanya mo fa so me baba back na no ana mu guso mo so eye ana face so abanta de de Lucas Barado wono so ni treatment ni guso ekoso emnante mienu we de mu di MP report num ana ye Vinta Valescalia ana feki in Lee kwabra reporter men seka seki in Lee de ana se Vinta Valescalia no ana training no mu ye nyina ono kwa any personal training aya se kwankro bia so metimi esia kan e de ma PH bobo ko na ne reporter mensa eka odumade so bi kala tata asia ka bo bia ta so mesua ne ma pi last season UEFA Champions League no mu free mu ntam no kwabna ma ye ne ma nyina se this season no benya ne ma right na fe omo so atimi akomanim na o se ade ba ko ye se wo be sa ne ma we nyina na chase players no fully fit wo se nde ebo ama chase ne ma nyina enso ekoye ane ye die free o makate ade eba odumade so na no pay no ye de kakra enso ade adabe kwabna no pay ma mintwamu pruse Manchester for respect no mo ene na no pay say all time UEFA o rank na bawo na uhemu pa dia all time Champions League table no say mu wo mu Manchester United etoso enai all time na points no mede ye and the Champions League bia obokwabna omo accumulate points ne kaka answer mu ko bia te recently beso na mugusu e top 5 no Madrid and Dinkai Bayern and etoso bi no anya Barcelona no anya Manchester United wabenya Juve ansa no wabenya Chelsea boboko no Chelsea toso nsia and the Champions League ne dia ya kan records say Manchester for the mu obi ye party and koma kaka de ka has reminiga also see yanka mo bi ante say format na ye dey Champions League no we ni ye pa because enka ne the obo format just great to me do qualify but this time there last year say ye nya Bayern na wo mo bo playoff ne ade ade na ubenya Madrid mom any PSG match say wo mo so bo playoff akwa no Chelsea since Champions League no ne bono enye sa akwa say by fluke na fe wo so akwa nti obi e meje as a winner e Chelsea say oni ko no abo adwuma ye panti aha and ye di dwuma de ni nyina edi esi ebere enche da ni ya fandi kwa bana bibie ni hode a ma memfa enkofa ma so sem no enso ensia
oh bibie enche da ni ho
okay
the question and say Champions League ni starting ne team be na office obeje
Chelsea
okay ati enti
na where so we be say my miss na where on so fi say team na beje Manchester United
we do Mike you know all right at for in George Medina some farm in Insurance 4.5 Gabi the foreigner at the echo amene to so but YouTube ni nya problem kakra but say nyame adom we are back into betimi ahwe Medina live our YouTube Insha TV na onso wetimi ahwe bi awo ho then another good news and say mo anamubusa Richard Daben and Insha passports Eba TV so na dey live on TV me patcho multi TV decoder no ko search and access scan the decoder no na search for Insha TV ubetimi ahwe Medina live see ewo ho ompe ehon so a YouTube live na was search for Insha TV na no so wetimi ahwe Medina no ewo ho enti ahonsam no eno no bad eno pe ma misawo se yare ben na etete wa wonu modura enko yade bi etise stroke na ehawa me kanfo ɛyɛ adura ya to ne din 3p garlic mixture no etimi edi amawo sanso ɛna uyo obi a asthma ɛhawo mepacho kotobi na enom odunsa obre pa why kese too much is o jam romantic say niam nkoye kra obasa so etia 3p garlic mixture me kamfo di amawo esanso serve as number 1 immune booster obi ono ma yare kitu abi na ade no ato onom 3p a ebeboa wo na abusu immune system na nkomo ano na de bia yare bi awura mu amone no enso etimi akọ 3p no a 100% garlic extract natural plant juice full of vitamins and minerals asada ma say de and tebetimi aboa we okodani herbal mixi colina capidank o na no kwa 3p garlic mixture no edroni bi ewo hompacho fre 0248928824 na mone 3p pedinfo eni nkoma na edrono onso kotobi na enom na ebetimi aboa yi pa ma bibia no aye kama pa adi amawo IDP Education Ghana na yeko na yeko because etie for the tienie ebia na opese okoyo masters ana PhD awo aya abruchira me patcho me kamfo eye IDP Education Ghana na adi amawo na unim se nyame yadom ajoda ye di anim ye na IDP Study World Expo no and so baso weekend o mayen krade no na on Monday o maye kumase de no Golden Bean Hotel na over 15 universities empening for every US Canada UK Australia amoba Ghana ha na wa person koyo masters u PhD ana underground munina no monso matimi akọ na makọ ne kama pa awo outside Ghana me patcho registration e free yen joshi anintino odi abaya ne se onso nyame ya adoma on Monday di anim ye odu ani be kyerem awo Golden Bean Hotel anopa nondu near the dwumadi no enso ahyehye so for registration no obeko idp.com and also between a register our 0553 1734 sorry 0553 173346 na IDP Ghana Education onomo enso edi eyenkomo makatros also ribia nom rush energy drink ababo ye pa ama onso no matimi anya hoden soronko a odi be ye adwuma omre caffeine wom sanso na ginseng owum vitamins nyina no ahyenema rush energy drink baby aton drink bia no kwa o se open rush ni bi na onso atimi ato anom na bibia no aye kama adi amawo me ma the opportunity to travel to Dubai na Dubai na o kono onse ne duabroni fo no mo nka no kre obeka kire me du ko Dubai na o kono be ko aduma hodada my bibia be kono akọ stranded so me pacho we die company odu tu kwan no aduma no ya pa ma hodada company mo recruiting ni pano de Africa Ghana ha na okoye aduma awo Dubai hwanu sa na ye pemo ye pe teacher for nurse for mo amoto tas plumbers sanso na a carpenter for ye pemo ye pe welders mo amobakwa akoye aduma awo warehouse cleaners in fact workers in bebre na ye pe wo mo o de mema number bi no afre say o fall under and also within the categories me de betu dwana onso ayade ampanifo no betimi afaw na okoye aduma enso awo Dubai aketua ne kama pa enti ayana onso atimi ahye ne so edi amame na the attorney say package ni bi ene say yema 2 years resident permit afei visa no so no within 2 weeks na yeni na awie accommodation ka ho health insurance and afei transportation to work and so ni na no eniema yede ka package no enso nti wani che ho a me patch friend number we CCA 0538204204 na monne omo enso eni enkomo Alaska Star Enterprise boawo ama wonso no watimi asiesie wo dem ana wo office ama hwan fe ise wo ban share from new studio ha enyema wani na about 1995% ni na no every Alaska Star Enterprise into wo hese de studio ha asi ayefa saa na wo dem wo ana wo new office na pese eluki no saa pepe ana no so ebesi aye se open wallpaper blank curtains echo panel, modern TV stands, sofa cover, decorative watches, carpet, artificial grass, and this is a demo nina best out the best on paso in the Oko Alaska Star Enterprise. A team for the tennis a B and so a bonnet that form Ubia to be turned here. I will a Alaska Star Enterprise and intino me pacho Kumasi a doom Mrs. Anoche Lax Anima Omo boss of a moi and care for mobile cost circle tiptoe lane 0256 330075. Let's see you them and a office Emma Honsono intimi enya krabehwe kamfo seba mesha eno nso eya bibidru ame kamfo ade amawo ene anopai na kamfo sadro no etiefo de etienie sa diabetes ena wo so edru anwumra untimi enna ota complaining of air pains and inflammation sanso ena infections ena ehawo me pacho ubipi no wanhwe betimi akun ni nyina no me kamfo eye kamfos heba mesha abibidru ena ade amawei enye broni aduru eye bibidru a esayade papa obi oto bibia no ebe ka cho sampa aduru no esayade pa erunti aya na wonso no wawuram e wo Fredimens Colinac Glycol Pharmaceuticals e wo Santase me pa cha okwa o se ope aduru ya tuni din Kemfo eba me sane bi na onso watimi anom no kama pa kuma se friend number 0245 455 740 na one eye Kemfo eba me sha empenifo eni nkomo ene anopen se eye phone kwa dia ko nana P phones and accessories nana P phones and accessories adentina me se ko ho se phone shops no ebu bebre na so nya ba bia na ewura koto phone ba bi ono ma beto phone de na so enye original anas enye papa me patcho nana P de your phones ni from your Samsung, Nokia, Tecno, Infinix, Samsung a case tablet ni na aye original and ye ton and so at the amount nanim say yan kwana krom ha ye ton phone at the mawa na yamo 50% na aka no na yamaw aye bre from 3 months to 1 year no tua na kakran o ba eno an so be fa Ghana card na o de abase say ye the Cinex product ababa ka ho so Cinex TV, refrigerator, air condition, washing machine na anu so di few na otua na kakra ompewe na opeden yen promotion na ye na e to ade me ncho ade e bi e branded t-shirt sanso and a cash coupon at 5,000 Ghana cedis and many more in the nan orokodo awo na P phones and accessories kuma se e adum baby miensa na ye wo adum 1 no e Asida House opposite Cartoon Media sanso na adum 2 e Obiba JK building ma Prudential Bank opposite Edna Adum 3 eye PZ me pacho nana akwasi agema building him honso eye na P phones and accessories etifo oba onsabetimi akan ewo ho frey ewo 0533093422 na monomo eni enkomo ene anopenti ahonsam no eno no video be okay right. All right, Antibra YouTube Nhyira TV. Na also a part of the show Sanso and Nyame Adom say they live on TV Nhyira TV. Oba on your multi TV decoder and so no obetimi ahwe Nhyira passport jumedi no I was so into such it Nhyira TV. Our multi TV decoder and so obetimi ahwe and jumedi say they every day bia no ebe live on Nhyira TV. Uko YouTube nso a at the same Nhyira TV. Na wa subscribe ama bibia no aye kama adiama. Ene UEFA Champions League phase no ene na yede ehya say 6 matches. Yebedi nkomo ede afani nyina ho na informing of course yebe proper preview. Se na bia nso ukofikese ma anu nso betimi informing ekwanya obefa so a obetimi etwa eye obet no eye na yedi kan chechepo format ni mu di akyeremo say the new format is that mo beto so from 1 to 8 you know automatic qualification to round 16 and after 9 to 24 no so that 16 clubs no almost be playoff na honya say 8 at the from now if you mark card you already 8 now qualify from your ball eye group no na so ma start round 16 at the Fiontino. That is the new format, as I say, UEFA Champions League, the airborne. Real Madrid, Marseille, Bilbao, Arsenal, Juve, Dortmund, Tottenham Hotspur, Villarreal, and after the other games in the Nano. My name is Kofi at the room now, Edin Komono, at me at the Amamo. Fifi Manfred. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Kofi, now to say,
Nyamiadome.
Edin say.
Now, what's one say?
Oh, Namagusu Shai, Kakra.
Yeah,
we can't complain.
Mbese, who say Kakra, you won't give penny warning. But will you permit me and let me warn you?
Just say. Deal.
Permit me and let me warn you.
Someone in Champions League.
Someone can be. You 2 warnings them the mouth. Last year, I knew me and you knew. Senka, will be to me, Raha Kraus, who could feature Champions in Common, my own DB. Now, team Mobi, I am quite in New Common. And you mean a Adam, a Yami Adam, your boy, your home. And so, what shall I notice here? What my tactical word is here? I see the UEFA Champions League is back. And it is back with the big boys. Omar representing stadiums like Kessia or Champions League. Pusheba, you can see the Stamford Bridge. There isn't the Old Trafford. Neither is there any sign of Manchester United.
We see new stadium not.
I don't know. My time and catch money in here. See, don't worry about that. Alright, and one joke. You see me video we do or Mr. Because of court is saying, men trying you video no fear. Yes, actually, we not caught ourselves.
Mami Chabi,
because
change.
That video, my money permission to come video crash. It will be in a video now. Court is them, which means you grow.
And then, that video, no. Oh, Richard TV. Man, oh,
Facebook.
And then, more video than more Richard TV. Making it live. Mama, Kwana Mudinetino.
It can be there, the one I count is why you were Israel for not to see your friends because who there? We see what we just come every. See, come do friends here. Thank my Jesus, help us, guys. How much show me video, Mamma permission? Come on, what is it?
I see.
Wait, there's a video there.
Move
on, baby. Why?
At the end, Chabby change.
I know, probably drew your moves as I was bomb swapping. Also, crew. Rich. The Champions League, I think I've always said that. There a money, a fena, a dewo is the stories that it comes with. And there's small rivalries. The last time he be saw, I brought a year draw. No? Say, do you think that UEFA has achieved their aim of changing the format of the Champions League now?
Yeah.
And I think that unanimously,
sure.
Say, now there are bigger games. In Kayababe started Champions League. There was no way we probably would have seen Chelsea buying in the first game. There was no way you are going to see Paris Saint-Germain Barcelona in the group stage. And a lot of these matches, even Arsenal, no Bilbao crowd is not too much of a big heavyweight clash, you know. But the storylines and directly are interesting. So what I'll do today is that I will walk you through the storylines. Then I'll tactically analyze the game for you. Here we are. Ni mama bonus. Mama coach abe kofi fikesi ma kodi na bibia aye kama. The game starts with the Arsenal game. Rich, what are the storylines here? Unim say Athletic Bilbao the Basque region of Spain. Na uko Basque onuma. Enye Bilbao nko. There is a Real Sociedad there. The last time I came to tell you that English Premier League for a documentary of the Basque managers or English Premier League. At the time they counted 6. They counted Julian Lopetegui at the time. They counted Andoni Areola at the time. They counted Mikel Arteta at the time. They counted Unai Emery at the time. And I think a couple more that has escaped me. So there were a number of Basque managers, free Basque who are now some of the top managers of Yasi. And Rich, the Basque people are known for football. They love it. That is why those two clubs, almost a huge representation. You say up till now, Athletic Club de Bilbao is a club. They have never had till a black person who is non-Bucks, not born in Bucks area, more no, been playing for team ever in the Champions League before. And then say Inaki Williams, Emma Athletic Club de Bilbao. He is going to be the first non-born Bucks boy to represent Athletic Club de Bilbao in the Champions League. Marich, the arch rivals of Athletic Club, no, Real Sociedad. In Real Sociedad, no, Rich, can you imagine say there are 4 representation from the North London club in Arsenal? Almost every Sociedad, whether they are from that place, they have played for the club, or they have certain level of ties to the club. Rich, one, Arsenal coach to Gina touchline, Mikel Arteta. He's a Bucks boy. He's from that soil in Spain. He knows them. 2, Mikel Merino. Arsenal Fono bought him from Real Sociedad. He is a Bucks boy. He knows Real Sociedad, having played for the club before. And Martin Ibanez Zubimendi from the Bucks area, having played for them before. There is one more player, Kepa Arrizabalaga. Also a player that have played for Athletic Club de Bilbao before. And then finally, Onori Spaniard, on free backs, but he had played for Sociedad. I brought your friend Martin Odegaard. Of course, Martin is injured, so he's going to be out of this game. But then Kepa Arrizabalaga, of course, Mikel Merino, Martin Ibanez Zubimendi, any Abrantia friend, Mikel Arteta are going to be on the touchline. And then try to stop my friend Athletic Club Bilbao from winning anything. And then it was exciting when Arsenal phone Coco PM. I was wondering how Mikel Arteta was feeling going back to Bucks, not just to visit his homeland, but then to go and do his work as a football manager at Bucks Club. Ernesto Valverde, the coach of Tima, a friend Athletic Club, Edin Como. Or say what they do, how they play, their spirit, how they press you, how they do not let you play, how insistent they are in each duel. Which last season, Mikel Arteta and Arsenal Eddie Bibi Fufro Ekoko Ulemu Champions League. And it is in the dueling nature of how they play the Champions League. I think they will do some today against starting our Athletic Bilbao. And then the starting lineup that we're expecting, and it's Unai Simon is going to be imposed. Javi Areso, Wulen Vivienne, Paredes, any branch friend Bekiki, the fullbacks no. Up top, of course, obviously Sanchez, back. Then of course Sanadi, any branch friend Inaki Williams, Nico Williams, the prop, say he's going to be out of this one. We're expecting say Arsenal become with a better as a Victor Gyökeres, Noni Madueke as the front 3 because of the injuries no. Zubimendi, Declan Rice, Merino. Then at the back, Lewis Kelly, Gabriel Mosquera, and Abrantia friend Hurrien Timber. Then Abrantia, your friend David Raya. This game won't be too much. I won't do too much about the tactics. Which, before Semoko show my last season with Europa League semi-final, you know. Not Bilbao for a good record at home in Europe. Yeah. But Moko Brekino. So that forced me to go and look at their record when they play against English sides. Okay. And that was not good. Which I find it difficult to see how Athletic Club de Bilbao will beat Arsenal tonight at the San Mamés. It's going to be difficult for them. I think Arsenal will come out top in that game. Which Real Madrid, and then when the game goes on, so I'm sure I'm first goal. They are going to be the club that have scored the most goals in the group stage or the league phase of the Champions League in the history of it. Again, so match we are. They probably may have played the most games in the history of the Champions League. And those are 2 huge records for them. We spoke about Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso is a Bucks boy. And of course, today he's coaching Real Madrid. Or against another local French side in team my friend Olympique de Marseille. Before Paris Saint-Germain. That was the only club not winning Champions League maybe play. No behind GB. So it is 2 clubs of tradition. Real Madrid believe that they are the kings of Spain. They believe that they are the kings of France. Almost our tradition to back them. And Paris Saint-Germain, capital injection, and now they can go toe to toe with them. A French boy sat in there to do the pre-match press conference for team and friend Real Madrid. And Asema, Olerian Chimeni Ekane said, we have to play with commitment and confidence. Rich, if it was a game where Abian Kenyan and Zabi alongside, and how Zabi has proven to me that common sense and wisdom trumps over a lot of tactical variations, maybe I would have doubted him. Rich, the fact that Madrid have found early season form, Kylian Mbappe, this looks like a Kylian Mbappe season, and the fact that the balance and the Madrid side, they are not gotten, but now they are getting. It gives me a lot of confidence in them playing against a mammoth tactical manager. To say Roberto Di Zerbi, but my catch aside of tactics, it is intent. Any dwelling ability in my team say winning matches a lot of the time. I think, because Xabi Alonso a very, very good base for me. It's about the balance, the work created without the ball. And near tennis, our friend Franco Mastantuano is going to lead the lines for team friend Football Club Real Madrid, and of course, our friend Jude Bellingham is back into the team. Rich, when him say yeah, but Champions League match day 1. Na Mbappe nya Bobby Nkwaria. Akwa se Mohamed Salah yebo season opener. Eye den Mohamed Salah be go. Mbappe has that same record in the Champions League. Will today be an off day?
Osanso against
a French side. This is Osanso picking form.
Sure.
There's a chart number 2. Mbappe to score, no? Anytime go score Mbappe.
Yeah. Is a Madrid team need it? I mean,
Mbappe. Is it
so one first probably second, third.
Anytime go score.
Yeah, obeti me
Kylian Mbappe to score.
Yeah.
Tia. O ka krebi e honjo a. Obeti ya to chire. Anytime go score, at least the history and statistics backs it. Into wait me afa na dey kan quote ho. No akotwa el horom. Xabi Alonso say playing in the Champions League with Madrid at the Bernabeu is even greater motivation for them to win. Rich, I think that Madrid will do their job. I think that Madrid will do their job. Easy for them. Roberto Di Zerbi will make it difficult, but they'll be able to go into this one and then they'll go and do their job. And wait for the Madrid game. There is going to be a return to North London for Thomas Partey, but then this time not to the red side of North London. It's to the white side of North London. I want to Thomas Partey be returning as a player for Villarreal when he's playing against Arsenal.
A revenge, Anna.
Only all by the end, and I say, a Bucks boys to most of that near let's go, Bilbao, Cosejo. It's also by a team. Some level of allegiance to Arsenal every time.
Okay.
And Arsenal, Partey gets goals against Arsenal. I don't think it's enough data to say that Partey will score today. But then when he plays against them, he plays for Guillermo Vicario, Pedro Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Jed Spence, Lucas Bergval, Rodrigo Bantancore, Pap Matsar, Kubus, Richarlison, and Simmons. Which Urim Adia me pe ewo Toriamos Petimium. Thomas Frank Edisa and Yedina and Brentford no. Ababeshe a team that has the flair and quality to play. And he's using my favorite player in their team, Pap Matsar, a little bit better in terms of ground covering, dual winning, and making sure every time they can retain the ball with Rodrigo Bentancur. It has given them an edge. Which against a certain Paris Saint-Germain side, they held their own. And I think that against Villarreal, who this weekend were not too good in the Spanish La Liga, no, team my friend Victoria Mosper will get a success. Of course, Villarreal will come with 2 French people from Africa, Papi Gay, any Abanti friend of Pepe, Nicolas Pepe, as part of their midfield. Comensana, any Morello, part of the midfield 4, and then Makatuzi, Mikitazi, any Abanti friend of Ayoze Perez will lead the lines for them. Renato Vega from Chelsea, Julian Fort, Morino, any Abanti friend Cardona will lead the lines for them. I don't think Villarreal can come to England and get a job done. This weekend, we predict anytime goal scorer for Kenan Yildiz when they played against Inter, and it happened. I've told you that the Italian Serie A, they are so last season, my best team in the Serie A, apart from semi-year fanboy of Antonio Conte, was Simeone Inzaghi's Inter. But I don't think that Christian Kiv will bet you know at levels now. Simeone Inzaghi the Inter coin. So apart from Antonio Conte, Napoli, obviously I need to pick a favorite, which I think that Juventus will give Napoli a run for their money this season. Who is for the very first time in a couple of years, Omunye Champions League back-to-back return. Not Omunye in a while. They returned last season and then they've come back again this season with a very, very young, exuberant side, with a manager or take how you're able to coach and inspire young boys. Only the best tactician. But in terms of an encourager and a leader, no, Igor Tudor is the man. And he has young players, or Kefran Turamo, or Kenan Yodosmo, or the Abranti FN, Roy Kopenda Maba, Jonathan David. The attack is blistering. And of course, they've had senior players like Brememu who are now at the back, adding Cambiaso and the likes, with Manuel Lucatelli centrally, controlling everything that Juve for airball on them. They are staying at home to go and play against Dortmund. The Juve team is good. I mean, they will not be as part of the best team in the Champions League this season, but it's decent enough to compete. When you have Federico Gatti, when you have Bremer and Kelly as the back three, then Big Rogerio, one of the young best goalkeepers in the Italian Serie A last season, then if you want them, you go and play Pierre Kalulu as a wing back, then Cambiaso on the other side. Cambiaso is a fullbacker, not Man City for air panel for a very long time. Kepler to them to be the box-to-box midfielder, then Abante Fred Manuel Lucatelli as the central competitor, the tempo controller will feed for them. Kenan Yildiz as an attacker but also dropping deep with Loic Openda and Abante Fred Jonathan David. These are seasoned goal scorers in the Champions League and they are playing against Dortmund. Dortmund need Juve, you know. Juve Beshe Ufi. Yeah. I think so for me bet, no make Juve to win either half. Either say Juve will win the first half or no win the second half. I'm not too sure. But Rich, Dortmund for us will play a year.
I'm ready. So the Champions League, me make it.
But Ben, this way me and Mama permission. The kakakra, why? Kaketue, kaketue. The one the yoka, tuki na mama. You dey tuki.
Oh, go Bayern Munich.
Tuki. At least me go Bobby. You say me time come Bobby. Who do you hear me mokra? It's the tuki.
Yes, so. And now who to me? I catch me. Me mama catch Champions League.
Champions League Bobby. Ade, who team mo mana?
Me team him.
Ochina ni record Allianz Arena. And then about 4 years pre-match press conference. Yet who say ni TSO Maresca. You hear him? But they say Gabi Gaze. Max Ebel said Nicolas Jackson never more information. Now information in the week be exactly. It's Juve match, so I think that Juve for can stay home and then they get a job done. Me anytime go scores any aim, you know. First one more Vim pass, second one me say any Vim.
Grassy.
Say Grassy. Also. Champions League go goals so last season go goals for how. I say it's him just anytime go score.
Chances to do.
Aye.
I say chances too much. Chance how few say Grassy share you know.
No about good.
And no ground of boss no.
It will even more anytime go score and say Grassy.
Oh, on the day. I mean, Sadoton Beshegua, always it should be him. Always.
It say Grassy to score.
Likely.
Then Mbappe to score.
Mbappe Beshe.
Sako no kabo me betimi aye bebe ni oho.
Sa.
Say Grassy to score, Mbappe to score.
And he jinam.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has scored also in almost every Champions League game at one in the match they won. But Nini na no Oshema Dortmund. So on only the asterisk can I'll take him out. Say Grassy and then Kylian Mbappe to score. No, it looks like the ones that I want to go to. Rich, we've been able to go through for you and the match they won, the stories, the tactical analysis, where the games will go, and all of the conversations. I've tried to make sure some everybody talk fact nicely. Amount. You can enjoy it as well. That is it. So only be I'll just give you my quote and then I'll be able to take lead of you. And what you was saying? One is
Emmanuel Ko and Chelsea, well-organized club Champions League is back on our screens once again. The excitement starts with the North London club, the Gunners versus Bilbao. Interesting fixtures tonight.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
The Champions League is really, really back
for the big boys. For the big boys.
And the
whole week, we match. I mentioned him.
Dear match.
And yet Chelsea match, no.
Yeah.
Barca going to Newcastle. Me say if Barca go to Tyneside and they come with
Victor Rago, I say I'm a Ghanaian. I'm looking forward to Spurs versus Villarreal.
Thomas Partey.
Nice studio upgrade. And Ode Abraham. Adomi TV also Richard. Can you please start? And those in Europe are waiting for him for how he promised in doing something about the bed codes. Okay, Musaya Alaba. Definitely, Yebeka Hon Asem Kofi and Rich. Cooperation is very interesting, but Champions League without Manchester United is very, very sad and boring. That's all the count. Very, very boring.
Oh wow.
The Manchester, you're more Champions League.
So, or Manchester. Or Manchester.
Very, very, very boring. I say the Saudi people must come quickly to rescue our club.
To rescue Manchester United.
I say, here's Saudi for no. I'm inject it. Skawum. Intimi and top big players.
I don't know many from David Tobinko. He didn't come out after the casa. So Charlie, but me too, I'm a Manchester United fan.
Oh. Thank you. Otama soon. More just screenshot. No more.
1 second.
Okay, in fact.
My first one, BW 11998044. Next one, BW 11997B96. Third one, BW 1199677B. And the last one, BW 11950251. Michelle, all of you, Manfred, Twitter, Facebook, all of that, you get them. Thank you, Rich.
Okay, you are acquitted. Wait me, Akoda. I must have this stadio precaution. All right, the answer to me is a time with time by any apomidin komo kakra na you Bismarck Owusu Bempa Ayala. And some run off a yenya preview no kakra bi o na yenya kwam refi emedi fie enkomo no time by 4 na atenase no. Obapa, good morning.
Good morning.
Now to say
Nyame adom na so e.
Oh, nyame adom. Nyame gusu hyayen time by dupaninti. Ye gusu ye ho den bibia e kama. Anopensu no meni matifo. Yetie de mo ade aman
Edika mama na wase so mama me akwanya ne se me ne matiefo ye ntwetwe apomoden ho enkomo me dofo pa otie me sabre mema wache na mama wakwa ababio aba Nhyira 104.5 FM asumidi ene na na akosua ye bo sabre otime ka mema obi nka nche se ya apomoden ko matwetwe bre ena adu so ya de wo hoi eya mama me ne wansere na efri ya de sanso no bibenya wa na efri ya de ne sa ne nti ene ne time about center ye din foforo kinoga herbal center ya so ye de adromu adro tatashe bibidra wonya bi no ma ebo atu malaria se krakra de ma edromo do ye hyeda abo ewura kwaye moteti no mrane aban kekase ani sade e trend kan ye no o se yini dua na bane fa na han se yade ne sa ni nte do we edu papa no kwasem ne se obi bia nya bi no na malaria yade na tete na etu ase krakra free ni padua ni ede ma malaria yade no yade bone a ebesua so e ha na etete ni padua e ma ni padua ne bre e ba ni sa ni padua ne kwom nyina ayemra entimi nkuntia yade wa yade we yade anu odem pa na so e ba ni nsunsan so ebesua ye nso etete no eya na ebi mo hyada mfa ne serious sa obon ma wasimiti o se malaria de am de pedro bi no netena o baabi ya de no eku ni papa e ba so anima bofre ni mu pani wo bibie benya obi ana eku enu nta mesra o se sa be pempen ya unya nte adro ni dia eye time he ba Mr. Adro pebi sese na fo bo ho ban efri malaria nsensem ni mo ni nyina eho ubo drug store he bo shop pharmacy shop bia eben wa ubenya bi ato na wanonom etidi etidi ade malaria besua so a ebusua eba ensunsun so no enam kwan pii so ena ede brewo ebi ni tipaye wobu onu ma ne malaria ade ka ne ho na ne ti ejo ne say ga na woje ne ho ba bia enje ne ti no na ebomu ankasa wobu onu ma ti ade na so ne ho no ana asore ne ho so no na ne so nyina ebiri no afa no ho ne ma si one time wo so de agina ho no obi anso ni mu na obu ahwe de ntia wo si wiase twa ne ho wobi so onu ma ne tipaye aso ne ho no na ne nyina say kwakwa wontimi po na wabie nani ne bepuru so sa bibia to fompo no na ye den so betini obesini ti ase na wafa bi sabre de time about Mr. Yedrum adra wonya bi na no ma tipaye away eni so bi de kra de yenka etu ase kra de fi wono mo de ma enu tintam para ye wuti ye ye ukoma ye say dudu no eye time about Mr. Yedrum ena meka fo ede ama o se wadawroma pe bi ne no nom wo bon man malaria yade so ne ho a ne de no eye no muto na no mu na ato wontimi didi ketama ne so ye bisi na no mu nyina ye kro na no ma ye nwonworo ama ne minimu kra de yenka eba ne sa aduane ntimi fo wonum na fa minimu to ye funu nim ye no ede ye fu ye de nso ede brewo esan sa aduane ne ye funu nim ana aduane ni paduane mu no ejawo ye funu mu kra bro ni beka ne se stomach ulcer so de ahodo no enam kwan so pii ena de ba mesra wada ni nipadua ne hia aduane na so wonu mato na wontimi ndidi ketema ne so ayebisi wo mini mu nyina ye kro dia any time herbal mixture dro na mekanfo dia ma de biara da hye so se wonya bidia eya no pa bia nwumra na dwobo ne senso wonya bibi kakra dia wie no ensiesie nipadua wobu ono ma aduane no kra pampan bo ne fa ne so a na wontimi enye ne ho hye ene emia wani di atrema mienu miensa bia wo betimi akrokro na ma na di no na eto ne fie ne bu befro na nso kra no be no ma na wo fe ne nyina to agu eba ne se ma nipadua ne nso ye boho e ma nipadua no eye mre afa na aka watompam wontimi nkontimi mba na waposo nyina eye mre na ya asanfofo e de ama eno ntina sabre me se wo de boru drug store herbal shop pharmacy shop bia eben wadama emi afedro bia na da wo se no ne malaria dro wo sign time about Mr. Dro ho dia wo pe malaria dro ebi ni dwama so biem ni nyina ye TIMG eye time herbal Mr. Dro na meka de ama emprempre ye me the doctor number to dwana na se watena se wapomode ho hia no eno nti wo frɛ na ya se wo ton ya de na onya no adro emfededa ene ndi wapomode ho nkomo ya de no ba bi ehye bia ka kire no wonu so ne nim dia wakwadere wo mu no wo de bebo opomode no enya ne ho ntoma pa e de efra eno nti ene die mu number no eye 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 abusia time herbal mixture ye kase eye dro na se ye dro pa enye dro bia so keke eye dro waso a wonya bi na no ma eboa esiesie nipadua eboa ema nkomo anya hoden eboa ema nipadua no enyini ese from enu nti sabre ya ade a chie ya so de ye koy adwuma so yi enwumre bebe fie no na adwumaden brefo ye kwa ye be ye teto ne sori akukuru hwiase ye be wie ni aposo nyina ye ya ye sisi ye chepe ye dompemu na ye nkasa no emu twetwe eba ne sa wo beda wono mu se ye ntietia men kasa etietia na sa miemi anye na emum wachi na be ye oya na ebe miemi ade be chi na akohye ukotodwe na ebe wi ade be chi na akohye wo paachi enu ntina mesra wo se time about Mr. Dro de wunya bi na ono no ma we no etu ye na se ba bi ehye bia e de firi hono mo de ma afa so bu ono ma wontimi na wokoto kete so wo mni koto anu na koto ha wakana ni egusu kura de simanum no asatena ni eba ne sana na wani no aye tantantan basabi wani mu no entimi enluki fresh ni padua no de biara da na ebobɔ pene so ni nyina ne enna wontimi enna entia ni padua hia na ewo ni padua nim eno so ye dro kese pa eno te se wontimi na dia ena dro na anytime herbal mixture edro eye TIMG ebo ema wotimi da enya napa ebo ema wedie no etimi sisi ne ho so ebo ema ni padua no eye fe eye kama eye akono empempi ne enipa pi ene dia danse sabe won sanka dro ni bia wadama boru drug store herbal shop pharmacy shop bia ebenwo na ma won sa enka edu papa yi bi eye kwaye maduro tatashe sani atete no na ye nananom wo mo sha dro kukuo mo ne edanse mu anopo so de anu mo bia nwumra wanu mo do sa na ne doctor say waye ne portable de ama na me kira say we no waye ne kuma bi wo de agutu amakora ne kama de ama en one side be show bag boto mo betimi kura de akuta na ade anante anopo awie nwumra no me se boni se nso e wonya bibi kakra de awie no ehyehye ni padua na tu yade na se afi hono mo de ama awo na ate ase so wo epuse chechecheche ahohye de ne ho abehenya mu wo ado wo aye se hyehye enso kura de to wo enso ne timi huru ben ma ne ye wanyina ye yade boni nsunsu aso a age wakade ma wo kwa ye kwa wontimi kwa ye ba wontimi emma no time about Mr. Do eye wo nkwaje adura wonya bi na ono no ma ebo age wo nkwa ne si wonom de ma esa abo akra emma ni padua ne nya hoden ebo nso ma nkwa ma ne nya hoden eye TIMG ni nyina ne saudi wani betre drug store herbal shop pharmacy shop bia eben wo na wa pene kira kwan na wono no mu bi edro ne yedro eye dodo abiribi eye busuan chemfa eye kotu amanse a woda amansan ko mu eye kokromuti ayensa ne ho mopo eye ne aye nyina yaje atum enu nti wotu wani ahye tifie po ye ne atoye na ope malaria dro tatashe ni a obi abebo ne di akirawo eye time herbal mixture edro shane suma me se edro bi free time about center ahye ye no wonya bi na no no ma enso so yade so to yade na se kwakra de fini padwam ni nyina nso ejina se de wada ma obetsi anom edro nom obi on mo obeto edro anom no gese yade aka na to wansa obi so on ma ne ho ato no no agya se o mesra ye nom edro sa edro de wonya ne papa na wonom no nom ne to ase wonom so awutu ase no to bi se akire eye abusuan chefa no to obi bia atime no mo bi gese abofra woni emfie dumienu obata ma aba no fo ena openfo madawroma mo na montimi enom edro ni bi ye na ye ka no ye nkotu ni do so po emeni aba wutie mesabre wobu sa na wokɔ afikyira ani da ne etete wo pa ani da ne ani woni ne ye na bɛhye wa yɛse denden dia wotene wo ba bia entene ɛna sa bre me kan for time about Mr. Drew dia ma say ani da ne wo so a wa yɛse ya obi wa yɛ no na akɔhye ne sisi achi ne patch na wontimi ntene ne mu afei na kana tompam obu aso piti wobu ne nsa keke no gese okoda ma yɛ wo ne mpane time about Mr. Drew no nya bi no ma wo nsebu mu kura emaye ba na mienu na miensa bi no mesre wada ne nyina etuo etwa edemaw esiesie no regulate menstrual cycle no edemaw se ne ebeyi amogya fie dua wo nipadua nim no ne nyina besia kɔ amafofra ba ama nipadua ne nya ahotɔ ne de to time about Mr. Drew ni bi na enonom ensiesie nipadua eno nti wada wroma wo pani do so poetu na wo ashtown wa foni trade Dani Herbal Baseline Pharmacy Colina Herbal Misty Herbal ena Apidank Ubenya bi ato ewo ho Friday Men's Herbal yo KO KN Jane Herbal yo Wimrom Abidjan House Ubenya bi ato Hub May Pharmacy opposite KSTU Ubenya bi ato PFA Pharmacy yo Tafu New Road Ubenya Time Herbal Mr. Drono dudu bi bi ato ewo ho Sansuna Osun's Chemist yo KJTR Race Cross Ubenya Time Herbal Mr. Drono dudu bi ato ewo honom ne mum ya to ne ba ku mienu miensa ne de drugstore herbal shop pharmacy shop Edrono ebusu wo dwamaso to ne ba ku mienu miensa no no obusua ye no ye ma no mosuku mu no so yentoto bi emom no omapomuden no entimi NCP ensita omontimi nya asumdwe emfa ensua de emfa emayen mede number no etuja de twato wada roma fra yen doctor say wo frɛ na wo beje wo so wonti ene wo sene wo pomode benya no ntoma pade frɛnti no eye 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 Abusia kai national so say malaria dro tatashe de eno ane time herbal mixture eno ntimumie no mu bi na afi malaria fever bi a adani ziba ewo yemu no entunko emfa maye medin bio ene nana akosua yebo a mema omo enitie makra.
Okay, ti yekodi apomuden nkomo kakra ye wie ye to so ade amamo ewo multi TV decoder no so Nhyira TV se unya me pacho ada scan your decoder na a search for Nhyira TV they say live on TV most mo pe o TV so say nyame adom yaba obetimi ahwen oh YouTube nso no the same Nhyira TV no abo ahye our search engine ho na fi wetimi ahwe dwumadie no but how dey all search na hu bia subscribe e ma me se ne bia anytime bia no obenya message say Nhyira passports ya tenasia ye de dwumadie no e de ebremo yentua UEFA Champions League discussions no so emfa emamo na Death Arena sit okay the message no cry wa he all right okay message ni I say Richard you for come join Chelsea now Manchester United there aye beans mate na minianum Chelsea fans me kan crash mo Champions League we ebeye anim guase yamamo I pity you guys because they mean who no se mu who the same thing kamu se Champions League we sen kama qualify kra nanka eye nyame adomo china menim se mo ne Bayern game no ebe kan wasem bibri etimi edi amamo nti awon nsem no eno no Bismarck usu bempa ya laiba na ya to ayen preview no so but before obey my enko boase aye zongo Hisense building e chi on mo pe hona Isaac Mining and Engineering Training School ewo me pa cho bi apeso wram into mining na eso usua ho ade and no person ya lawyer ni na Ghana Bar Association also ko ka ho a just a law school wakubi so anya sa won so no yentimi for lawyer so sa pepe ne tie also wram into mining na eso usua ho ade and into ye de bosome miensa de si ho a me pa cho de tene se ye chiro se de sitwi forklift excavator bulldozer roller dump truck nom ni na within 3 months no sua na kama me pa cha ofra chichi na wo ba facility na wo ba be no asin aye hostel no me pa cha e free yenje hwe and one so do ne ma ba no akoda ho na wo sua wa de kama afi equipment ade be sua de no and so aye free enti woni je ho na opeso ko sua bia registration fee no aye 200 cedis no a friend number 0539 732 766 and your number yedi edi juma awo eno no Omat perfume mosquito coil and I make come for the amount and nano pay na Omat na tie for the tennis aye niema miensa de di kan ɛne sɛ ɔsɔ a ekum tonton paa enti tonton no te sɛ deɛn onya kwan na ɔbɛka na malaria akyɛw ɛne number 1 number 2 yɛ mosquito coil no bebree wɔ hɔ a ɔbɛsɔ no wobɛnsa nwusie na efra no ba no ɛdɔɔso enti wobɛdam adeɛ bɛkyɛn na wanya nkɔfoɔ kata yi bi ɛbɛsɛ ha adwen yɛyɛ deɛ ne deɛ nwusie ketewa bi ɛna ɛbɛfra no nti adeɛ ɛfra no kata a wonya bi da deɛ twatoɔ a ɛtɔ so mmiɛnsa no ɛne sɛ ɛmadam yɛ hwam paa so so siw dɛm hɔ a obi wura dɛm ahwɛ ɔbɛka sɛ wode perfume ɛna agu dɛm hɔ nanso no ɛyɛ umat perfume mosquito coil ɛna wɔsɔ ɛwɔ dɛm hɔ eti kotobi Kumase ɔbɛkɔ Adum Family Plaza sanso na nkran depo no ɛwɔ Ashoman ɛna Tachima nso no ɛyɛ adeɛ a ebi ɛwɔ hɔ mepatro ne ani nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ 0557 484 083 na onso ɛgye ɛyɛ Omat perfume mosquito coil no bi na ɛso siw dɛm na bibia ɛnyɛ kama paa ɛmfama Bismarck owusu bɛmpa ayala esom na yatoa yen discussion so no UEFA Champions League and so and then na ɛhyɛ no yɛdi nkɔmɔ no ɛdi ama nyame adom ɔkyena na yɛde live commentary bɛba ɛnɛ deɛ yɛntimi ɛmfa commentary ɛma nyame adom ɔkyena Bayern Munich ɛne Chelsea game no yɛde live commentary ɛbɛfifidua mu ha ɛdi aba deɛ twatoɔ no ɛyɛ from Kojo Rekon Royal Enterprise ɔne do Rekon Herbal Misha ɛdi aba ɛyɛ dwaso for general body pains honam ya wo ya me patro num sadro we bi menstrual disorder wafichi kom oba enkoyie me patro kotobi na enom koko ya de bone pa koko ye ta fa no normal pa koko nyen normal ya de ebetimi hawo etimi patro kono kotobi na okoko no entu asem fama adre ko promise eba Freddy Mens ewo eye KO Samson Asak Pharmacy patase okọ oboase time FN ebi ɛwɔ Oteke FM so no ɛyɛ adeɛ a ebi ɛwɔ na Pure Leaf Herba ɛno nso ɛwɔ ɛyɛ ebu akwa a oso pɛduro ni bi na watɔ na emom o pɛ yɛ kyerɛ kwan paa na dre nsatimi aka bi ana so aba ya so ya yɛwɔ Breman Pentecost thank you Jesus body ni ma hɔne ɔne eni nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ 0244 470067 na mone Kojo Rekon Royal Enterprise in Penifo, any command pay, Amo any afro picahona, Amo aso yasina 1121, Yenin Comono and Fa and to say Jaya Barname, say Champion League me moving to me Kahwa 70, but tomorrow man on my commasona. Yaya say, baby, I'm just there, do you know? Say, about Champions League pie and count.
Make last season. Na Mijina studio Hayana na. Mi ho ni fifi nyina se movie. Oh. Ese fifi aba. Ma went me. Enti normal.
Sad.
Normal. Mo nyina wo so kakra se na be amotim no be di ye. Na motimi aba na de aro ho kra ne se Rich. De ye ka ni nyina still na wo hwe wani mu a. Eye sa be mpo. Oh. And the man, it's not even likely to be next year. You bet you have a Champions League. The must not see your league
14-30 the Champions League.
And I feel cross there. Muni Europe and Agaso. Yeah, fetch the last season now. Did say, man, I do league in come fetch not more because this season and they talk about game not because they did well last season in the league, but because almost the Europa League route, you know. And that is the story of Manchester United. But obey any day. 2025-2026 Champions League, you know, it started proper. And I'm using the word proper because you didn't care about prelims be brave around it. But after you started group stage games, you know, and then you may and then Ochina Wednesday, Thursday, so you have games into Messiah and Washington, so you go for what they are not used to. Thursday Champions League games, but this season the Thursday there are games in the Champions League. Inti Ocean and Susana ebetimi abwa papa ye. Now Rich, Mr. Mohamed touch in my wife. Champions League, you know, there are a lot of glorious clubs are or Magic Champions League in me. Some are those by MCR or him touching them for me. I'm touching him back. Rich. na ubusa Amuzupi question of the day. Say this season, why and a Belgian Champions League? I think say already. I don't know what is happening. Bye you.
Yes, I'm more na your time ne ko. Any preview no tentem na fi. MFA medi efie nkomo no. Asemo. Manchester United. Say, who do you miss when the Champions League anthem is played? I say me is Cristiano Ronaldo, the real goods.
Maybe a tremor. Oh, I think I feel okay. Rich, a question now, Ubusai, no. Amuzupi question of the day, no, is to find out why, and what's our question mark win. You look at the winners from 1956. Real Madrid started 5 times. Benfica came in, AC Milan. Musa. The last winners were Paris Saint-Germain. Now the question you Musa and they say, by the time you be in 2026, why and the Champions League, you know. Now, Rich, at least there's a guide by Opta Supercomputer as to why and a Champions League now you're starting and then you or your favorite so be winning. And this is your top 10. Liverpool, Arsenal, Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Manchester City, Chelsea Football Club, Real Madrid, Bayern, Newcastle, Inter. Enti uyo bia unse ya ngofobu wa rich omu pe betting early no they are cut to the Champions League no and obetimi a bet be 3 class e dey onu se baako beje. Now according to Opta Supercomputer say we sankofo ni bia rich your first 3 must be Liverpool, Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain. If you want to extend it, you can add Barcelona, Man City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Bayern, Newcastle, Inter as a top 10. Or more statistically, or make it to the quarterfinal, semis, final, not eventual winners, you know, or more etimi aji. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. I have a preview, and we will do it very, very quickly. We are Kasatin team. Arsenal are called the cathedral of Spanish football. But Rich, good for Arsenal. They have a lot of knowledge of Spanish football within Omutim, no, led by Mikel Arteta himself. Mikel Arteta is Spanish, Rich. And in the history of Spanish football, he is well aware of San Meme. Say a Honda football starting here with Spain. On him the culture, on him the kind of atmosphere we create, and on him the way of backs for no, or madie. Who you are not free in the back city, Rich, or play me say Zubimendi, or play me say Mikel Moreno, any even the Captain Martin Odegaard, or member in the backs community, no, for Real Sociedad. Then outside Omono, Rich, Nancy Anokoto mascara by Okoto if Spain. I don't know back any other. There is a lot of knowledge in the Arsenal team when it comes to playing in the Champions League for Omo Eddie Echo. The moment Arsenal step foot here, there is a son meme, very, very nice. Rich, they will have a lot of information and a lot of familiar people are on how this venue can turn up to them. Look, Michelle Bebao this weekend. Rich, Bebao without Nico.
In fact,
community over the car. And she doesn't know who's a team need balance. Berenga na obo baby I was in Nico Bono. Onye as effective as Nico William. And Rich, Nico influence will be bad as so. they try to play everything through him. And the moment I make a ball, no, yeah, they did no. Who be to opponent so this is all ball na omu Rich, they don't really inspire that way, no. And the mommy Giri say Arsenal will get something out of this game. Arsenal have a very good team. Almost 30 years, they have the depth, they have the knowledge of Bebia Omokono. And even without playing Mr. Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, I'm very, very integral in Arsenal team, you know. May I sure say Arsenal will do it over team. My friend Alep Kobe, but Arsenal, I need the courage. Na enya omo 1 pointer omo edi be few waba, but bibiako ya I'm expecting Arsenal to beat Steve Efere Bilbao at the Cathedral of Spanish football. PSV match now money Yunus and Galas Airborne. Rich, I've watched PSV last season. Though they've lost some few players, Pachao, Mo, Luke De Jong, I know you're my captain, they've lost him. But Rich, at home against Champions League debutants, no, from Belgium, I think PSV will be favorites. Or me a favorite, say Omobetimi as a Saint Gallen for Noti. That is how my prediction will go. Now at North London, Spurs above Villarreal. Rich, Nafifi was talking about Thomas Partey coming back to North London. Uye de Omewuruno. Uye de Omewuruno. And you know how we run the Besiako. Because Partey didn't say, oh, you can get there.
Sure.
Because of the trial now, original. It's Uchu time. Omewuruno. But Rich, it is not a game I am expecting Marcelino to start Partey. Because already this weekend, game of Muboye in the Spanish La Liga, our two combinations, our Dani Perazzo and Thomas Partey, and our Pepe, and our Kamasana, and the started two. The following season match no started two because obviously keeping squad not fresh for every game. But Rich, Senka, what should Villarreal team in this one? Who probably one knowledge of English footballer? Obviously, market say, look, my boss, minimum how they behave. Then you should throw. I went here for the Thomas Partey. So make sure combination. Whether you play Pepe with Partey. Now, Omotimi, I hear Juman Ewo Fifi and then you run now. But the good thing is, squad now, friend, there is Thomas Partey here in the squad for Team Efere Villarreal. So, Thomas Frankie, the Yahoo, you see Rich in the 4-3-3, no. The only question mark was our lineup with home. Either Obobo Paulina. And that's all about Rodrigo Bentake. And was our area. Omo Makanya, we are expecting them to play a front three of Xavi Simons, Mohamed Kudus, and Richarlison. Kudus is back in the Champions League. And then you have an opportunity to watch him. Then a back four of Spence and saying, Onya call up into the English national team. Abente Fede Poro and Kuti and Van de Veer, which was solid squad for them. Where they not make no Kamasana. Any Pepe Gwe, Ewan Fifi, the backup to this place, Thomas Partey and Dani Perazzo. DJ Minye shows up about Dani Perazzo, the pace of the English game. Perazzo is slow, kaka, and Omubo closing down. But so, who are for this space? Our boy also there. He is one of the best midfielders. Ubenya, Pepe, our form, and Abentia, Yefano Morero, our form. Then Matatazi and Ayozi Perez, LED the lines for them rich. Maybe a Tottenham was no.
Pepe's whole idea of
yes. Any other look. Me prediction of game we want to say. Even though Thomas Frank by no yard, but Rich, I don't trust Tottenham in Europe. I don't. And Villarreal for coach is a very, very experienced coach. And see, why don't we go over 1.5 in this game? And stay away from we being too enthusiastic. Tottenham able to fear their own best. The Spanish team can be very, very stubborn. And they've started well just this weekend and Uncle Yamo. But in the Spanish La Liga, they are playing very, very well. And see, an over 1.5 game in Tottenham against Villarreal. Benfica Besha Quarafono. On Besha Karabakh for no. Unu says to see a Nhyira studio no. Omubo the UEFA Youth League no. Benfica show 6. Oma show 6-0. Miwe omumpoyo. Oma 6. Atletico Bilbao any Arsenal any 1-1. And granted the na answer at Nhyira studio no. So that is the prediction I think say Benfica will win. Juventus against Dortmund. Rich. BBO. And you're straightforward in my Juve sao. And you're straightforward.
What you Dortmund for Nidi?
Rich. And you're last 2 seasons they played in the finals of the Champions League. Last season they played very, very well in the Champions League. Juventus has not been consistent in the Champions League. Sadly, grow. Rich, Champions League stage, you know. How consistent are we anyway? Experience are we gathered every season, you know. And very, very important. Say Titi Juventus, Dortmund, that is a classic game in the Champions League. But in Rich, in terms of 2 teams, the whole experience for Europe in the Champions League is Dortmund. Just see them in that kind of light. Turin for this is going to be their first 11. Kelly, Brahima, Gatti with Kalulu and Cambiaso as wing backs. Thuram and Locatelli on 51. Then they are playing Yildiz as number 10 behind Davis and Openda. That is how they are going to play. This is Dortmund. Bayer, Karim Adeyemi behind the striker Sergio Guirassy. Rich the 51 Felix Meta. Any Bellingham near Bellingham. And so Ebabo with Kuto. Any Stevenson at wing backs. Then almost back three of Anton Basibani and Rising with Kobo and Apom. Rich, this lineup is any lineup. I'll bet my phone for their grow. And 2 teams now are going to play in a 3-back position. Rich, again, I will not raise Juventus Beshebia because of the experience of this Dortmund team.
You will go goals.
I will go for goals, yes. At least, say Juventus here, I'm only Inter 4-3.
Yeah.
Obianim say in the Bundesliga, Dortmund a team a pay goals to celebrate, especially being led by Sergio Guirassy. Say if 2 teams have actual potential, say on the 9th in a very, very good game, they can all go and score goals there. Rich, why not go for goals? Juve team, they are not too consistent, mommy. And this Dortmund team can pull a surprise or Italy or Eddie Amami. Obia expects Real Madrid to be. Sana no some expectation in it here. But Rich, make us a way for people to be a little bit cautious. Ebi anu mo shede nim Olympic Marseille team no. A team e wo Kondobia. Rich. A team e wo Mason Greenwood. A team e wo some players be on we very, very experienced. Aubameyang na e striker. Enti se on shede nim omo a probably you underrate omo any omo ho dia omo wo. Xabi Alonso say we are excited on Baba Champions League, you know. Because this is Real Madrid and their DNA always go to the Champions League. Team news say free Real Madrid however and they say Rich almost say then you were Trent best start it. This Trent and a ball right back, you know. Gabi. Then Xabi Alonso say between Vinicius and Rodrigo, Bakupe and the ball left hand side, and of course Sadia we know say Vinicius and a ball. Then the good news and they say Jude Bellingham back, but we are not expecting say best 30 game in Rich. These are the 2 lineups: Courtois, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Eder Militao, Eddie Dinhausen, and Alvaro Carreras. Then Uber 51, Chiomani, Vervardi, Adegule, Mastantuano on the right, Jude Bellingham, and Vinicius on the left. Then Abranti Efeni, Kylian Mbappe, a centrally, Senna Americano, Andre Gomez, Kondobia, Pavard. Any Abranti Efeni, Mason Greenwood, any Aubameyang, and Timothy Weah. Omo nyina e team a your friend Marseille team. And I am expecting goals to also flow. Our the Santiago Bernabeu. For those who believe so, they are goals in ba. Real Madrid will outscore team your friend Marseille. That is for Omo edges Saudi needed. But for me, I will not risk Saudi any giddy because Makase, even though Real Madrid have a perfect record, but Rich, they've never been convincing. Emma so far, they are winning the games all right. They are grinding the results, but they've not played the Real Madrid level games, you know. And games we say as a test, especially with Gizabia or BNM say So woman opportunity say with team no unyan getting into your groove a very very frustrating football and the Santiago Bernabeu. So yes, Real Madrid are expected to win against Olympique Marseille, but Rich, we must watch out for some very very key players here. Omo line up nim Rich. Here we will end with some calls. The code no comes with the Champions League game, the UEFA League, Youth League, no games be eka home. Then I think say Asia for so able Champions League and then Ali, I was Saudi Arabia. I will game be against a team from Qatar. I will fear we expecting them to also win them some 1 or 2 touches. Be very very interesting. And then Oko South Africa or Mobo League, or Durban, Ebo Kaiser Chiefs, Ebo and other competitions are also 3 bet to a first one a BW 119 F9 514 and a second one a BW 119 FF 1A0. Then the last one a BW 11A0 2B66. So these are the 3 bets we cost. BW 119 F9 514, BW 119 FF 180, BW 11 A0 2B66. These are the 3 bets we cost. You bet me ashe. Which any games na everybody know. Memu dey na obehwe.
Meshe Real Madrid Marseille.
And now obehwe.
Yep, meshe no. Na because of Yenua Kudus into Tottenham's game no.
It's because of Kudus in the party.
Yeah.
Because of the Ghanaian Ghanaian flavor into
yeah.
What do you need to talk about? Almost so.
My head almost.
Okay.
Oh, Basha the end on major enough. You have
I think I would love to watch the Juventus Dortmund game.
Oh, okay.
A balance money. Me boy game a balance. We be able to see at any point in time.
Okay.
Then I will add the Tottenham, Villarreal, Real Madrid, Marseille. You know.
Yendi Ghana Premier League ma the one no. Interesting start to be if you move by de. And the man yam den say, "Ayala first no say near the Ghana Premier League nkoma." So home teams no be at na fia no ahye.
Yes.
Just I mean a league no enye competitive because obi at na fia no ahye. E ma league no. Hi mu den no near de but say what sha. After my day one no. You born 9 matches. 9 matches now you boy no homes na teams na at home. About games in the move 4 and a share.
Okay.
And now a move 2 and so quite away a co winning. Yes. Kotoko mediama. I'm gonna quite away co say. And Kotoko crowd 15 years in normal share.
Yes.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
I wore Golden City Park.
Very, very important.
I could break it that gents. Mediama so quite away.
Yes.
I could share.
And
now a move 3 a year draw. So it means that your league near starting on a very, very good note.
But which one say? They are working. We will follow not only the Ghanaian Premier League, who follow league. Yes, seems Omunya the edge to win the league. A more very good away record.
Sure.
And for almost predicting favorite to win the league, you know, right from day one. Rich, Kotoko Medium have laid the mark and say, Omoniabre. Because they say, away win.
And then there's all about draw or share.
Yes, away win.
Three points.
Win and Kasangasa. And Kotoko was at a very, very difficult grounds. They say, the final dynamics of why the Belgian League in the Rich, there are some venues you are. Who cannot complicate 3 points? Only perfect. Our competitors will struggle at that same venue. And when someone tell me, me can say, could someone would what told some key players from the team or the replacement, papa. But it may take time. And some of us get to the standard now or more penal. Rich, what I am trying to say is say ebe do kotoko contenders a mo no mo be pre-league no so ebi say Hearts of Oak. Ebi to say
Gold Stars.
Baby any Gold Stars. Ebi to say Ediana Stars. Ebi to say Nations FC, Heart of Lions. Amoni ade no. Say omo be ko Brekum. Golden City Park for omo away game against Chelsea no. Rich na ebi at that time no. Na Samuel Bodu afa ne level or train obi a ewo. Very very important. Number 2. Away winner media makofire no. Omo ko fire because in Pempe club license for NG when chi park no entumu. A mo ye wadwuma. Nti ebo game no odoma. Na Rich, minimum we don't fe pa make the owner of Young Apostles. Minimum say he will do whatever it takes to take the team back to the home supporters no. Ewo when chi wo Rich. Se media makobo omo ewo neutral venue ewo doma. Wa kebiasa oko na by that time abeko no na when chai ready it means that you are going into a new environment ewo honum and that will be very 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 interesting to watch. Teams be na konya away draws no.
Away draw no
Semikaya
Hoy
has unim de ma sa results bi ne ka easy who a new boy now ba when this one is to stay.
No, when your first game draw
against
Hearts of Oak. Samatas so could
draw against Vision Obia and Shebi. Oh, and see, so we a new boy this a now when your Hearts of Oak as your first game. Now you can pick 1 pointer, Rich. By the time you ever really not 1 point against us, you know, every the difference between any new boys or mobile or best or stay. San your man getting a man league near them. And interest say who brings so na start abro in them na woni ayekoko no
and also here discuss koto game no can be and nipa me monidin or frame after show on koto team ni 2 kwan call brekum and na we say na wo ka say unni brekum ho and na unni samobodu team but if you say samobodu catch them the boys say look koto ko Africa yeah aggressive
of course
because on be you na because of Africa no mo commodity. And I say, okay, and he was like, Ayala no Samobodu Timana. Because clearly
you could see that
Obiano Golden City Park or share game ni Biano. Samobodu said, because go bless and could have or catch and ya get it caught so no.
Who's a catcher will say, so okay, the way I make cancer, I'm catcher will say, how's that any Boduba?
Sure.
And may assure say that will be the communication Hamza will give to Kotoko. Say me nina yejuma and you just coaching no but minimum the character minimum how you approach these games minimum normal or taking note of anyhow or planning the games and by this time minimum just Kotoko dressing room minimum say go do catch any man and say go for Kobo Africa especially in the first half you more aggressive omo to show omo na ya you go in them na you carry game no down and it's always I suspect that Kotoko also gave the same instructions. Say, look, match we.
Yeah, but
and Africa don't bobby. Young Bobo no aggressive. Say the money no aggressive no. Say game no more. We will use our bench and depth in our squad. Na the team is a better game no more.
Adia Bakwa esi Abra Kotoko Kudru Brekum. Say Kotoko about 5 players or so that have been in Brekum before. Of course. Omudru Onana. Chelsea for no started some firm. Chelsea for the media men near there from so about list. So there be. Any money come. None of them.
Players now come aboard.
Yeah.
So
Zakaria, especially Hubejo.
For Hubejo, the picture be now.
You see, he was walking around.
The cover and after the game, right?
I've not seen that one, but before the game, who's about to expect a picture near there? Almost from so no. Professional. In fact, they were telling the Kotoko players, baby, is a Utian, baby, is a Utia, and had the bonnet. Basing, and men co answer, Yambo Bon, you focus. They give them all of that homework to go and do their job. In 5 minutes, almost 5 in the Kotoko team from Brekum. It's minimum inside and out. They are prepared for the game.
Including Ansumuina.
Yeah, Ansumuina.
Including Ansumuina. We players are with
Samba at some point in time, right?
Samba.
One of those Kotoko players no more Ninyano. some other place, meaning say somebody, but about 5 of them.
Yeah.
Nina from Brekum. It's good someone prepare.
You also you was like, Ayalo didn't can be dim command. And I'm saying, no.
That is how we.
It's not now. Walk say, only some more body. But if you say, I don't need your catcher.
Yes, my observation of the game I watched.
Say, look, me aggressive.
Yes.
Because of one of Africa.
Yes.
In the end, you want to come and catch.
But Richard say, in some way, it also means that almost any points from match day 1, no. Rich, they don't have to go second game without a point. So, for instance,
Has
against Dreams, they must get something out of it. And yes, I ever started the pressure about it. Rich, as new boys, over soccer league, you can't go away to Abrancasi and lose, and come home to Sweden and lose. Oh yes, I don't start further canning them. So the corner was Abakochi, and the supporters will be there as well in their next home game, expecting them say, look, you see a colleague in Mudia. I was saying, home 3 points. No.
So,
week 2,
no. Friday night football, Ibenya Mediama, host vision. And here 5 p.m. Saturday, Hoho United and the Young Apostles. So I game no a game of equals. Hoho in Neighborhood. 11 wonders Babo Heart of Lions. Now on Sunday, near Samates Obo Karela. Bichimbebo Baseke, Swedo All Blacks, and some of Bodu's Chelsea.
And the coach no doing a Kosama boy next week.
Yep. Then Adriana Bebo Nations. What a match! Doma. Dreams said the Ayala Edika no many House of Folk.
Yes.
And Superbo our ni a J Kraku. Now there's an awkward end of African
Dreams no House of Folk match, no, don't miss it. Probably the nicest football we'll watch over the weekend. 2 coaches or set of technical teams are almost per ball in the local league are going to play. My whole videos are circulating, and those that know Fifi Park and say Fifi Park and San Wene offer Dormon obviously as head coach of the team. And of course, Osha has to folk against Hohoito. They wanted to take their time and play. It's means so much, you know. Obi abe person obebo. Who is a Dreams born or Koboye, but we're not the necessary point.
Yeah.
So this time they want to marry born here bono with getting the necessary points.
Yeah.
Plus Didi Dorman you say like saying like ano. And your book came say Kim.
Pressure best.
Patomo begin to ask questions.
Yeah, pressure best.
Say Eduardo Timinya Fatu Utiminya Clement will begin to ask questions.
Even Protocol was start to call us for say probably they were preseason champions. Preseason now here on boy start here they about 2 games win be a nti ebede
sure
but Samate's Karela too
interesting
will be nice. Samate's winning their first game against Adriana.
So Nuruddin so coach Samate's
Karela exactly.
Ono the G League.
Ono the G League. And what's the first match against Adriana ewo Tamale. And all against Christopher Enina. Okonya draw. Kreku Park against Vision. Match in the papa.
Rich, Michelle, 1 second. Me who boy be wo breku matching. Call back some help your match. If any Badori, number 6, DM. Me person me how many? Me person the mummy no to boss na mon share boy ni mami.
Yeah.
Number 6 oh. You see in that game na me share Jewu Mune Kotoko players no. But the boy caught my eye. You need ding. Proper 6 pa. I think he's a very good player. We should keep an eye on him.
At the point, commentators, you know, Nana, no, the commentator for that game, no, no, more Max Steve, you know. Dakwa. I can say, there's this Che guy, no, but become Chelsea for 2. Na bona all born, and my become Chelsea for and Mr. Lord Amoa. And I make her say, oh, Che, I'm a boy. Che. Rich Bear last year, no Obama Division 2B. Community Gala, and a coach boy who know the choir. And last season, they change your league in him, and they were all developing. They are not about center back with a one. Also, a community Gala boy, Okumase. And he was so solid until prior saa substitution ba even coach abobodu kwa say saa change no kwa
because Branton ne ba na say
yes
onyanhu game so
you see the bia me ka say and this is my last the bia me ka say Rich say uyo obi a wudi Kumasi ball ba echi pa there are two coaches a won for mu niagro Paco Sifabian and Asamoah Boadu anytime we get opportunity to go to any team Rich so I'm going to say team na uyo a follower of Kumasi typical Kumasi community boy o show me teams now it's like Wako Park be now we have community because you see a lot of familiar faces na hita to know me players bia omo the platform I hope so one day
okay.
Kumasi will have a special celebration be for those coaches and what they do for Kumasi grounds game and kasa no Rich ayana mehwa na mani ajepa what they do for
Achefo nyame aduma the Rapaholic concert na baso I was say room na Rapaholic dey amen obi anim say o say
me dey ya
ai Rapaholic na baso 27th enti yamwa ya ho so na MTN Momo say ade na simple o dey say oni app ni bia download bi se app no dey download di se
mo app ni me obi dada
o dey oni bia download di se na esan so refer so ho ema wo namfofo unuanom say o mo so download bi na unya aye 5 referrals dey tell say ubenya 2 regular tickets
wow
2 regular tickets out the question the Rapaholic concert eba so 20 ubenya aye 2 tickets straight and VIP lifestyle
wow
there's also to media kwa heavy
wow
them say ayala head na dia
you see no can say mobile money no Rich Momo app no and the most secured
and fastest
and so quick
na
kun say uko app no so na ka just ball pin
sure
obo pin ni wura mu a so obi na wo send ni ska ya create transfers no to bo ni pa ko number share wa na obo amount na no obusa say wo any bibia wo person dey show us a year be indicate na whether you have it or not obo send na Rich any 1 second na allow there na can say what send ya comment ni pa ko na abia me pe won say Rich so obo pin ni bi app ni mu a within some period of time so one fa anya we a close
sure baby I just
code amaga so time out I saw about pin and sana it's a very secure
it will be for phone okra
no okay cash out we ya na ma be 2 minutes na clock ni ready 2 minutes no so na unya incomplete transaction na it means that they suspect say dia na wo ba
refer
download the MTN
no so
refer some go for
unya 2 regular tickets 20 referrals ubenya VIP lifestyle 2 tickets straight now they are question the Rapaholic concert and so baso ye twa ho abazia
be ma wo dwonso ne mu pai ebikam eyawo ene moja edi akira ana wo tempampan e wo dwonso ne chi ensansa gu be ma no ho edura ebeboa ene amuzu pi oba oba mu tempampan bone ewom ensuo bi fifiri mu ba etoda emu ekeka wo edura ebeboa ene amuzu pi ubenya bi e wo pharmacy ne herbal shops nyinem
hello. Boko. Okay, hold on. My main checking message in there.
Yeah, Medi. ABC game with 1,000 Ghana. The latest 2 about the Medi 5,000 Ghana cedis. Dial star 262 hash. Select 3 letters BR to say KBW and I say WIN. Na say ye boba bano. Na say baba ni biba. What disika? Say ni na bombo dia. What disika kesi ekra. Game radio. There is no loser because who try to win the cry 10% cash back. Yeah, the one dia bema. This what can't me. Yeah, you cry matching. Obi trade this crab on sudre. ABC game. Easy to say ABC and Kratway and Ellie. Ajat. What characters platform?
The other day, I visited Kwaku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business and name.
In caffeine, stay active and energized.
None of them.
The luckiest, especially you. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Only we define every day and night. Mama telling you for hustling 45 stars everyone to hush. You can win some cash. You can be the luckiest with Mercy. Luckiest fighter. The luckiest teacher. The market woman. You can be the luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. You can be the luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone. Stars everyone to rush. Luck is everywhere. Luck is everywhere. Oh, tell me how you feeling lucky. Because I'm feeling lucky. Because I'm feeling like the ultimate. That I will do it. If I win, you could be the luckiest.
And I'm saying, no.
That is how we.
Hey, dear Nhyira, sir. And you stay so concentrate fabric soft now. I was such it. Just said this say be here with now watch. Nhyira it's now watch. Be a baby so once some demon in na say. Dear Nhyira, see. Very quiet sim be also since you want tarry. Use stay soft and Nhyira it's now watch. Na ni boss to tap from cry. A fabric soft now. And you near say sir. Choose to stay soft. No who so say no. FDID a getting crack to you.
They don't have to go second game without a point. So for instance,
well, in short, my dear, so 4.5. I mean, I love FM corporate games, you know. And so, Bajo Park, and you have some to talk. Now, games look kind of more than
games that day,
more
games that day. So we are a company and an institution now. We are register. Let's say, oh no, yes, we are from no pet.
So bantem.
Never tell Bob. Never be an office. Now we are condition. Now we are doing. Corporate games. Let's throw Bob. Let's throw him. We can call him Bob. Unim volleyball. See you. Panatic kicks. Bobby.
Table tennis. Sack race. Flip the bottle.
Yes.
Athletics.
Yes.
A man in the underground in bed, no. Five aside football. Hey, bomber man. We are corporate institution now. We are Santa Rita. And you go office standard also. But then you go networking, socialize. Maybe behind you come. We are corporate games. Nancy and California be very nice. Yes. Open to movie a cherry 0245 594 425. Open so banner registered. You may be most process center, but so cinema catchers a procedure or the core. You be come upon ya. Ama on so process on same than the Beme Biano. A few of the my hair, ye bia and into call Anima Cocobain. I was Santasia or now Waba Amayasho come upon 0246 360-906. Ayala.
Rich NTB so now your community quiz no
Sure.
Yes, Samu. Number 9 de mama say mon friend na mon register mo communities no. So one friend by this time and register. Me nya communities ni we 24 communities ni. Ye nya we ni e be start program na. Enya friend na baba na wo. Ayala me ye be last 2 years and the last time me ye be afidie afina me friend me so bet me up baby di match derby. Yes, Samu. Yes, Remo. To reach me social number, mommy.
The same number now.
The same number.
Yes, 0245 594 425. 0245 594 425. Me part of Fred. Register. Because we are young.
Boys no more community no more. Edibo watching any nimbo no. Gada omo organize omo. No magiska papa bi ni achede papa bi enwo moto no mo san friend mu nyam emra community and your friend Nhyira FM intercommunity soccer quiz. Yes, I started another edition. A very educative and a fun to be on it into so a new from number now reach to BLCCA now a part of SAR events now yeah baba no Saturday here there 20th of September Bonfire Stores at the year called Bono experience 2025 Makasa same way sa mesrewa se una register ya frɛ na register wo seat na ye nyina ye nko Saturday we a ebe anim ye ya ebe ye ye kobuno ni akɔ explore Botan Caves and mountains ɛhɔ ɛde ye bɛkɔ cave hikes no ni akɔ hwehwɛ the way mountains no mu any caves no esitie ye wie yakɔ fie ma monkey sanctuary ni akɔ fie di monkeys no ni enu ma twetwa pictures ni ehu the way a ɔmo so enioma esitie na ye de Kintampo Falls ɛde aka ho ɛhɔ na ɛbɔ akɔ picnic no ni ahwe nsuo ni edwan kakra na ye ma saa vibes na ye betimi anya bibia ɛwɔ hɔ no saa baby ekɔ ni nyina ɛyɛ only 500 cedis. Okay. Wo air condition bars ayeko ɛde aba aduane a wobedi snacks entry fees games ebeye bars ni mu party you hear some professional photographers are on my photo shoot ebema memory of bono experience na ye ko ntimi sewa ye 12 free eco cent eja ebe Victory Baptist Church na wo Odotobi Rural Bank no 10 junction branch na echipe 5 a.m. na ye ko ba nu 9 there na ya baba bedru book seats ewo buses nim first number say this way 0531 090068 0531 090068 and a 0261 671686 0261 671686 na any bumper stores memory day enko chinyam ewo bono na enko have fun any memory
atifo ye de mu sia no na de adom kase na to am so na me kwa UK na marishe osofo maame lady Ida Aqua our UK as of mommy baby I will be an happy birthday to you. Yamin show pa na omango srano enkoso anya kese. Inchrebi wa udem bia na nyankopon emfa enomo from K Edu of K Edu Gas and Oven Services. So say and show happy birthday. So for mommy Lady Ada Aqua wo aye UK. Ebuso edemasia adom kase na etwaso edi amamo.
Oje buwo tri a enya gro. Ni nyina da ene se wo se baabi a